everybody, this is Kelly. I apologize now for my look, but I was just working outside, and as anybody who works a full-time job, has kids, you know, all the usual stuff, sometimes you get a chance to do something and you take that chance, which is what I'm doing right now. For anybody that's new, and that should be most everybody since I've only put out a couple of videos, I am a part-time reseller on eBay, Etsy, and Poshmark, and I do this just on the side mostly for fun, and hey, the cash isn't bad either. So I went to a new thrift store today. It is run by a local church. I had never been there before, but I saw it on their sign essentially as I drove past. It turns out they've been there a really long time, but it's all donations and everything is a quarter. So I got a few things. I spent a grand total of $8.50. So I figured I would just run through it. Some things for me, some things to sell, some things for, I have a 2-month-old granddaughter. Yes, I am too young to have a 2-month-old granddaughter, but my husband's a little bit older than I am and had a kid when he was younger. So I have a 2-month-old granddaughter, so I picked up a couple things for her. So this is just a Cherokee little kind of neon dress that I picked up for my daughter. This is just a little pair of, oh, how cute are these? Just little overalls for my granddaughter. They're Baby Gap. And then I think this is the only other thing I picked up for her, just a zip front sleeper, because anybody out there who has kids, who has had kids, who's buying things for people who are having kids, buy the zipper stuff. Don't buy the snaps. It's too difficult, especially late at night. So now these are the things that I picked up to resell. I just thought this was too interesting to leave behind. So it's older. I wouldn't consider it vintage. It's not single stitch or anything, but it was made in Mexico. It's a size medium, but it's this Las Vegas t-shirt with the carousel horse. So I thought that would be really cute, bleached out maybe, or who knows. This is a pair of vintage, I would probably say 90s limited pants. They're wool, but I got them because they've got that pleat front. They're longer, they've got the cuff. I just thought those were pretty cool pants. These I think I picked up for me. Yeah, they're just cut from the cloth. Oh, these are going to be too big. I thought they were smaller. But they're the Diana Skinny. So cut from the cloth. I don't pick up as much anymore. It's probably, depending on the style, though those being a bigger size is probably to their benefit. But I mean, it's probably 20, 25 bucks. This I picked up, their Zenergy by Chico's. It's more of their lounge slash active wear, just a pair of like green cargo capris. Coming out of that season, but things sell year round. People travel. This is a linen Pendleton white blouse. Just 100% linen white blouse. This is definitely vintage. I take that back. I shouldn't say definitely, but all of the indicators tell me it's vintage. It's made in Spain. I've never heard of the brand. Red Point. But look at this swimsuit. It's unlined, so it's got the super high cut legs. It's got a really low back, so I can picture a little skinny Minnie with her little top half just hanging out in that. This is Talbot's, which I don't normally pick up, but it's Irish linen, so it's this really pretty kind of peachy blouse. So everything I'm showing was a quarter. So there was some stuff that was kind of cool. There were a couple of these. I only picked up this one. It's Orvis. I only picked this one up because it was the wrinkle-resistant cotton, and I don't think I'm alone that I don't like steaming or ironing, so I picked that up. This is just a Chico's blouse, but it's a size 3, which is part of the reason I got it, and it's this beautiful sheer, I loved the print. I thought the print was gorgeous, so that up. They had some interesting vintage too, so this is one of those. It's Josephine. It says it's made in Hong Kong. The tag obviously has some yellowing to it, but it's this little pleat tuck blouse, but it's got a detached sort of bow that you can go around the neck. So I thought that was very interesting and unique. Lots of linen, which obviously, again, we're going out of that season, but linen will always be in, and people who like linen like linen. So this is a J. Jill Love Linen. It's just a little popover blouse in kind of a yellowy green stripe. This I picked up because I am not sure if it's vintage or not. The tag gives me some vintage vibes, but it's made in China, so you just never know. But it's Paul Duffier. I didn't look anything up when I was at the store because it was a quarter. But it's 100% silk, and it's this sort of tunic length purple short sleeve blouse. And it was obviously just dry cleaned because it has the tag still on it. Is this more linen? Oh, no, I picked this up because it was LL Bean, and it's just a pretty kind of cotton striped button front shirt. I'm not expecting huge money for that or the Orvis. My guess would be $15 maybe. This I picked up because it's just a good staple. The brand is Woman Within. It is a 2X, and it is, oh, it's got shorts inside. I didn't even notice that. But it's this, you know, elastic waist tie skirt with the shorts underneath. So it's heavy, but I can see that being a real staple in somebody's wardrobe. Okay, bag 2. There were only, I say only, there were only 2 bags, which compared to what I do at like church sales is really not that bad. This I think is going to be a very cool fall vintage item. So it is, it's a jacket. It has this quilted neckline and buttons, and then it's got buttons down the front as well, but it's this pretty like dusty country blue, and the brand is Foxland. So again, brand means nothing to me in this. When it comes to vintage, I just thought the style was cool and unique. Oh, this was another thing I picked up. Again, I don't pick up all J. Jill, but this is a Pure Jill ballet sleeve tunic. Just a black tunic. And, you know, the Pure Jill and the Love Linen are the 2 J. Jill things that seem to do pretty well. So people that like them really like them. I picked this up more for style. Plus size Maurice's does well for some folks. I haven't actually picked a lot up myself, but it's just a 0, which is like a, you know, XL, I think. But it's this boho, like peasant blouse, sort of a half sleeve, but it's got all this embroidery along the front. It's got a ruched hem to it, so I grabbed that. This is a vintage piece. You'll see when I show it to you. Again, the brand means nothing to me. It's Objectives. But look at what a cute little crop that is with the contrast stripe. I thought that was very cool. And if I were younger, I would wear that myself. I picked this up. It was not a brand I knew, and if it isn't anything, I will just keep it for myself. But it's 3 dots for, what is it? Evelyn and Arthur. It's made in the USA, so a lot of times that'll give me an indication, but it's just like a short sleeve purpley tank. Sorry, I'm gonna adjust myself because I'm old and sitting on the floor like this hurts after a while. This I picked up again for style. It is a, I think it's so fun. It's this tie-dyed, it's got dolphins, and it's from Cancun. So somebody picked this up on vacation, but I just thought between the tie-dye and the dolphins, it was very cool. I could see somebody cutting that off into a crop, or just wearing it the way that it is. Another thing I picked up because of the colors and styles, so it's just Lane Bryant. It's a smaller Lane Bryant, so it's 14/16, but look at the gorgeous colors on this. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Sorry for the awkward pause in there. I had family questions. So this is what I was showing. So it's this Lane Bryant. It's a smaller Lane Bryant, but it's a peasant top. I got it primarily for the colors. I thought the colors were bright and beautiful, and if it were my size, I would wear it. This is another brand. I picked it up, I believe, because it's sometimes sold at Anthropologie, but it's for Love and Liberty, and it's this cream sort of t-shirt, but the sleeves are in like a velvet burnout material. So thought that was very pretty. It's got some embroidery on the front as well. This was a brand I recognized, and so I picked it up. It's Taylor. I believe this is sold at Nordstrom. I have another dress from them. Is this linen? It's feeling very linen-y. Anyway, it's just a sheath dress in this kind of blue, black, and taupe. It's lined. Let's see what you're made out of, shall we? Silk and linen. Yes, please. It feels so nice. It's just got that nice weight to it. So, from something super classy to something I will say is not as classy. So this is a vintage piece. So it's Fads. It's a cotton long jumper. It's got the umpire waist. It's this baby pink. It's got pockets. It gives me some very like kindergarten teacher vibes, art teacher vibes. I'll probably use the word modest in there because, you know, since it's not form-fitting, it's got the longer dress. I'll probably put that in there. So I picked that up just because I thought I can see somebody who likes modesty buying that. I can also see somebody who's just a little bit like younger and hipper buying that and styling it really cute. This is another thing that I have never heard of. I don't even know if it's a brand that is around. It's Bila, I think. But the piece is made in Pakistan, but look at how pretty the dress is. So it's a very like boho with the kind of broomstick skirt to it. It's got really light shoulder pads in it, so it's, you know, it's obviously a little bit older. It's got these little like beaded bits on the front. Looks like it's missing one. Maybe I'll just take those right off. We'll see. Anyway, it's got the tie back. I just thought that the fabric and everything was incredibly pretty and needed to go find a new home. Another like broomstick skirt. This one, the brand is 212 Fashion. Made in India. Again, I don't think that the brand does anything, but it's this sort of silk, shiny, ombre broomstick skirt. It's not quite as long. I don't think that'll go all the way. I think that'll probably be like a midi. Now this is Mason Jewels. I've heard of the brand. I don't know if I've ever actually found it myself, but it's this heavyweight sort of circle skater skirt. It has pockets in there. It's in a gingham. It's just a very interesting sort of shape and cut to it. So for a quarter, I will give it a shot. It's got some weight to it though, which is surprising for just a knit skirt. This will be very interesting to look up. So it has a like a dry cleaning tag in it, but that's the only tag that I was able to find. So I think that it may very well be homemade just based on the seams, but it is a jean skirt in this like rose print on the denim. So it looks very small, so we'll see, but it's got the back pockets, it's got a zipper, it's got a front pleat. But you can see the seams on the inside. This is what makes me think that this is a homemade piece. But I think whoever made it also did a really nice job. I mean, they finished all the edges. They did the double stitch, so they took their time on it. But I just thought with that print, it was too pretty to leave behind. And then this is another... I found a lot of vintagey pieces that I liked, which made me happy. Vintage is some of my favorite stuff just because it's different. I think it's not as dependent on the brand, obviously. It's much more about the style, which I really enjoy. So it's called Savage, the brand again. I think it was the same person that donated a lot of this because a lot of it has the dry cleaning tags on there. Anyway, that's the brand, but it is this button front skirt with the ruffle. Again, I'll probably put modest in this. It's got pockets again, which I just love. Hold on. I wonder if the buttons go down the back. I'll have to put it on my mannequin and figure it out. But it's very kind of like a distressed black, the charcoal gray. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then, two more things. This I want to look up only because I am intrigued. So this is, it says Tiffany loungewear. It is in a Tiffany blue, and it is a house coat, a robe, a house coat. I sell quite a few of these vintage ones. This one has like pearl, really pretty pearl snaps on it. But I'm interested to know if that is at all affiliated with Tiffany & Co. So if nothing else, I'll be able to put Tiffany blue on there. So, and then the last thing is just cami for me, just for underneath stuff, because I work in an office sometimes, and so it's nice to have something just to throw on things that are a little bit too sheer. So that's everything that I got. Like I said, everything was $1/4 a piece, so we'll see how everything does. If you like this, please feel free to watch my other videos, like, subscribe, all of that fun stuff. Leave comments down below if you've got questions, or comments, of course, and I will be happy to reply back. So thanks, and thanks for watching, and have a great day.